Evening, everybody. Welcome to FTB SPORTS YouTube, and this is the England versus Poland build-up show. I don't know if anyone's excited about it. No one looks excited in the street.
I'm ready for it.
Hot and tired. Even Cookie. I'm done with this now. So here we have Gumza from the ARMOURY TV. I'm going to get everyone's TVs right today.
Yes, I'm here, live in the flesh.
The breakdown, isn't it, you do?
The breakdown, yeah. So we've done 2 so far.
Yeah.
Again, the second one was a real in-depth look into Arsenal and how we moved the ball and press. And it was really interesting, actually. We had a special guest on, Marvin Bartley, who's Livingston assistant manager.
Okay, nice.
Had a long career, played for teams like Bournemouth, Burnley, Hibs. So he knows his stuff, and he got heated. So we're definitely getting him back on again soon.
You're trying to recruit him, yeah?
Yeah. He really enjoyed it as well, actually. And a couple of other guys who played a real high standard, they said they'd love to jump on as well. So I'm thinking I'm going to try and keep it not dissing these man below.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So that's what I'm going to try and aim for. So
yeah.
Good. Should be.
Looks good. What days is it on?
So normally a Monday after obviously the weekend's game, we then get in the studio on Monday and chop it up and go from there. So Monday evenings after a week.
Nice. So that's Monday evenings, ARMOURY TV for Gumza's breakdown of Arsenal. Not literally the breakdown.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like that.
Therapy. Check out Gumza. And then we've got the two devils in the bottom. We've got Satan Baird, Mr. B. Well, Manu Agenda going right today, and we've got Amadi Juma from Manu Agenda too.
I just want to say I watched Gumza. I watched the ARMOURY and Gumza. And Gumza is one of the top pundits on FTB.
So who's the worst? Who's the worst?
When it comes to breakdown and tactical thing, outside of Man United agenda, he's up there. Honestly, maximum respect.
I appreciate it.
You still didn't answer my question. So Gumza's one of the best. I agree. Who's one of the worst?
I'm waiting for this. You got to call someone.
Let's have a vote at the end of the show.
I'm not voting shit.
Once Gemma goes.
We get Tony to put a Twitter poll up.
Yeah. He loves doing them ones. Don't worry about that.
Right. He loves the Twitter poll, don't he?
He loves the Twitter poll. He really does. Okay, so I'm just going to flash this up real quick. So this is the Group I that we are in, and I think it's the halfway round now, isn't it? Or past halfway.
Past halfway.
Yeah.
If you played 5, yeah.
We got four games left after we played Poland, I think.
No.
Or is it not? Let's have a look. Here's the list. So we got 2 in October. We've got Andorra and Hungary, and then we've got Albania and San Marino. So yeah, there's 4 games left after Poland, but we're sitting pretty. It's not looking too bad, is it? Really? It's kind of how it should look with the players that we have at the moment in England.
Most definitely.
Easy group.
I think win the next one and they're automatically through, really, aren't they?
This is it. Yeah. This is it. I'm quite surprised Hungary aren't third, to be honest. Although they must have had a beat.
They lost to Albania the other day, didn't they?
Yeah, and they got a beating off of us, didn't they, as well?
Our A team.
Our what?
Our A team. There's an A team, A England team, and there's a B England team, and the B England team contains a lot of what team do they play for again? We'll save that.
I'm ready for it.
Well, it started with a mix-up squad, didn't it, versus Hungary, and then it ended up they had to bring on Grealish, Mount, and Kane. Kane got
against Andorra.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Andorra. Right. Do you know what? Like I said, I've been doing paddling pools and stuff today. I'm not thinking straight. Right. So we're gonna have Poland tomorrow. Lewandowski in the building. So I was just saying, their last game they won against San Marino 7-1. On Monday, you said
today's game?
And they let one in.
Yeah, it's like a poor back pass, and the guy ran through and scored. His debut goal for after 12 games for San Marino. Sorry. Right. So it was a gift, really.
They let him have that present.
Yeah.
So this is quite a tough game that we're going to have. We had a bit of a weird game versus Andorra. So Gamza, break down. What do you think Gareth's going to do this match? I don't think we're going to see the youngsters, are we?
Wrong as he can. I think he done the right thing. Nah. This isn't one for them. As I said, you win this one, you're literally qualified. I think they'll be 8 points ahead of Poland if they win. So go and win this, and then you can always mess around a bit with the later fixture. Sancho start in the next kind of game. Yeah, a few of them other United guys.
Yeah.
Start. Rashford might get some minutes. We can get a few of them United guys. Saka's definitely started.
You think Saka's going to start?
But yeah, for me, go strong. What's it, sorry?
You think Saka's going to start?
Oh, he keeps freezing. So what
do you freezing?
Yeah, no, Sums was freezing. You don't think Saka's starting, no, Mr. B? Gareth likes him.
No, I'm only doing it to wind up Gamza. Yeah, Saka's got to start.
Okay.
Saka's got to start.
Right. Who else?
I think him and Grealish. For me, him and Grealish on the wings. What they've got.
Sterling? No Sterling?
Oh, I forgot about him.
I think Sterling's going to start.
Yeah.
I think Sterling's going to start.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Maybe Saka rest. Let Saka have a rest. I'm a big Grealish fan. Unless you're playing Grealish in the 10 and taking Mount out, then I'll go with Saka.
He's not taking Mount out. No. Mount is. I think Mount's one of his first choice.
Mount,
yeah,
100%.
Well, considering this is the hardest game in the group away at Poland, I think he's got to play his strongest side. And I think Sterling and Grealish will probably start as they did that day.
I wouldn't be against that, to be honest.
But in the Euros, he didn't like starting Grealish. But, like we've said a few times, now he plays for Man City.
Exactly. See, that's what we're saying here. We've discussed this over and over again about when you play for a big club, automatically, it's like England cap, automatic, But we're playing for lower. It seems a bit bizarre because he's still the same player. I mean, he hasn't improved that much yet, has he, under Pep?
Well, no, what's his assist? Start again. How much assists has he had in the last 2 games? Is it 4?
He scored one.
That's happening.
And 2 assists. So a goal's a goal. It doesn't matter, does it? As long as it crosses the line.
Right. Listen to me, yeah. A goal is not a goal. I'm sorry, but a goal is not. You can't say that. If you score a banger in a world in, you do all of the makeup for it yourself. Do you know what I mean? You create the goal and score the goal. There's a big difference between it coming off your shin by the line.
No.
There is. Okay. I believe there is. If he's going to come on and create stuff, like we saw Saka doing the other day, and he can do that. But I'm just saying, there is a difference.
I mean, to be fair, Saka was really impressive the other day, and he was impressive in the Euros as well.
I like him. He's a good player. I really, really rate him highly, but I just don't think he's going to get in ahead of Sterling tomorrow.
No. Sterling's
I agree with that,
hasn't he, from the Euros? I think. Probably that's why he did start them against Andorra.
I agree.
Just got a few comments I'm going to go for a minute so they don't feel left out. So we've got the Blue Podcast. This is Leicester City podcast. So make sure you check them out, subscribe, and see their shows. Thanks for watching. We've got Almighty Blues FC. Is this what's his name?
BRCBN. Is that
RC?
Yeah. Top pundit. Maybe he's better than Gamza.
He's almost there.
It's like a Saka Sterling kind of thing.
He ain't better than Mr. B. Yeah, big up, Rian. We've got Mr. Silva Fox. Good evening. Tony. Mr. B wanting to say I'm the worst. Mr. Silva Fox.
You have to wait to the end of the show.
We're going to quickly say it before the intro.
Yeah.
Nothing like a poll. You watch.
We're playing the polls. Don't endorse them.
We'll go on Twitter after and he'll have a poll up. Who was the worst on this show? One Touch TV. Good evening, English Nigerian man. I probably said it around the wrong way. Did I get it right?
Yeah, you have.
Nigerian Englishman. He's going to cuss me later. I don't care. England are the best qualifiers of all tournaments. This part doesn't impress me. Grealish should play more now. Well, he will because Pep signed him up. And yeah, it is an easy group, but you know, Hungary aren't a team to be sniffed at, and neither are Poland, I guess. Over the last 12 months, who's better, Sancho or Saka? Is Sancho in the squad? No, because Sancho's gone home.
Sancho's gone home. Who wrote that silly question? Oh, I touched TV. Talking nonsense. Can I just say something? Please?
You go for it.
Saka
you get it out
has been a good player, admitted.
Absolutely.
In a dead team. He's lit them up. Yeah. Sancho has been playing Champions League football.
I'm just
every week. Look at his numbers. The reason why Sancho isn't in the squad, you could have Googled that before you asked such a silly question. It's because he had a knee injury and they sent him home. Sorry.
He heard
Next
Ronaldo in his brain. He's like, oh, my knee, man. Do you know, deep in my knee is a little twinge.
And he trained today, so yeah. It's great move. He ain't going to get England injured on international duty, so it's fine.
Well, you hope it is just a little knock and it ain't bigger than that then.
He trained today.
Who?
The little bastard.
Sancho trained.
Yeah. Gareth should just drop him now.
I agree with Mr. B. I think Sancho's been better over the last 12 months than Saka.
I have to hold my hands up. I haven't seen enough of Sancho to make that call. But in Euros, Saka was lighting it up out there. I like his presence. I like the way he makes defenders feel on edge.
I want to know what comes of things.
Yeah. Saka's my guy. Now, I think if you go on numbers alone, obviously Sancho's had a great 2 seasons. Whether Saka's performing in a terrible Arsenal team, and that's got to be very difficult to perform like that week in, week out. So actually, I think I'm not comparing. I think both of them have been brilliant, but actually, I think Saka in a better team, his numbers are a lot better. So I've got to back my boy.
Okay.
I mean, it does work both ways, Mr. B. You know, you said he's shining in a crap team, but then
Gemma, you got a chance here. It's either a draw, or we're gonna make it to Sancho. Who are you picking?
Well, Sancho ain't there, so he ain't playing, is he?
No, the question here, over the last 12 months, who's better, Sancho or Saka?
Over the last 12 months, I just said I don't know. I haven't really watched Sancho in the. You
got splinters at your backside, man.
I got 4 kids and a job, mate. I got time to stay watching Bundesliga. I'll try, okay?
Premiership bubble.
If Ollie,
just say Saka.
I do watch stuff, but not enough to make that call. That's what I'm saying.
That's all right. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
If Ollie starts playing him, then I might get to see him, you know?
Yeah, just Daniel James started ahead of him the other week, so that says it all.
Gamza, no, this is not the show for such idle banter.
Let's move along.
Sorry, I apologize. Yeah, he's back there knowing up the heat's on me right now.
All I know about is Egyptian kings, anyway. Evening, Adam Morris. How are we all tonight? Do you know what?
Hello,
it's hot. That's all I know. It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, feeling good. Oh, he's back. One Touch TV. San Marino, yeah, Monday. Jose live rent free in your head as much as Liverpool.
Is that San Marino?
Yeah.
Is that a wordplay? A bit of wordplay there. I don't get this.
I don't get it either. I was hoping you would.
He'll explain it. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll explain it.
Kanaile. Nigel, explain. Mr. Silva Fox, current FIFA World Cup outright odds: Brazil 11-2, France 11-2, England 7-1, Spain 9-1. Others available on request. Mr. Silva Fox works in the bookies. That's
just going back to that. I think, like in all World Cups, apart from when Germany won in Brazil and when Brazil won in Sweden '58, it's always been like European teams winning Europe, South American teams winning hot conditions, South America. So Brazil was favourites we're playing in the Middle East somewhere. It's going to be really difficult conditions. So I reckon maybe an Asian team or a South American team probably more suited for that.
Asian? What Asian team's going to win the World Cup, bruv?
I think South Korea, one of these teams, could show someone who can handle the conditions, or an African team maybe. Someone, it's going to be hot.
You must really be hot, boy, because you coming out with that.
Hot is hot. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like a South American hot or a Middle Eastern hot. Heat is heat.
Remember South Korea?
Declan Rice is gonna melt. Yeah.
Gonna be finished.
He's just gonna limp out. I can't take this. All right.
Sorry, where were we?
Yeah, I swear goal still counts. No gem. I'm saying they do count, but I'm just saying there is still a difference in it, Gumza.
No.
I'm with you on that.
Well, you're going to give her. She chose Tucker over Sancho.
Well, Grealish got a goal the other day. Like, yeah, he did get a goal, but it wasn't like, wow. It was. To
be fair to Grealish, he finished off the move. He got himself in position into the box and finished.
He was just there, and the ball came to him.
That's Man City. They just serve you up.
And it's a goal, fair enough. But I'm just saying, it's not like, wow, did you see his goal the other day? It was just like, yeah.
As Mr. B said, it all counts.
It does count.
I'm not one to talk about goals at the moment anyway, because my team don't like to score none. So I would love for one of them to go in for my team right now.
all goals matter. All right, all goals matter. I'll say that. One Such TV, answer the question. What question?
You answered it. That was the earlier one about Saka and Sancho.
Okay. So the people, Grealish and Sterling.
This is my younger sibling.
Hello. How you doing?
How many of you are there? Jeez.
Yeah, I'd love to take over FTB. Trust me.
I need some help. Bring them all on. I already got your brother on my show. Nelson is greater than Sancho.
Oh, he's on the wind up. Don't read anything else that Mr. Silva Fox puts up because he's going to be talking big nonsense now.
Mr. Fox, go do your job in the bookies. One Such TV. I swear Sancho hasn't started a game for England since Saka got in the squad. Yeah. Qatar.
This is not the show, TNE. This is not the show.
It's hot in England on the 7th of September. We can take the heat. This ain't proper heat, is it? This ain't proper
You try running in this heat. Look at me.
Some of us are smarter than that.
So good.
Try blow drying your hair in this heat. That's a killer. Okay, he's back. Kunle gems. Pronounced Kunle. I know, I was taking the mic, and Nigerian Englishman is fine though. Okay, so he's not come back to us. All right, so we think Sterling and Grealish, that's going to be the start.
Yeah.
Lewandowski, how will the defense cope with him? He's getting old now, isn't he? But
you know who's playing? Do you know who's playing tomorrow?
Friggy.
Right.
Man like
Friggy.
Declan Rice.
This isn't the show for that, you know. This is not the show for that.
I'm just asking, innit? We just know if Lewandowski has a good game, I'm coming back for that comment. I'm clipping that comment right there.
The only way
Maguire's playing. So you said it with chest, Maguire's dealing with him. So
I understand that Lewandowski, he can have a good game. But if he scores, it won't be because he was near Maguire.
Is it because the man beat Luke Shaw? Is it because the right winger beat? Is it because the right winger beat Luke Shaw?
No. And then he's playing this side. He's playing this, so the ball's going to be crossed from their left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The Trent
side. You got it, yeah. Trent side.
Right.
And then he's going to bang it in, coming past the other English centre back, Stones.
Okay.
Maguire and Shaw We'll be
That's
marking
not.
him in. That's how the goals go. That's how we scoring.
I hear you.
He ain't gonna start.
You got it all planned out.
He's not going to start.
Lewandowski got a brace, I think, the other day. Then he scored a brace against San Marino, and in the box he's dangerous. He's got great first touch. He's strong. He's physical, he's strong. So he's hard to handle in that respect. His touch is good. His movement is good. He's just like a prolific, isn't he, at the moment? And he's beaten Gerd Muller's great record for Bayern goals in the season. The guy is fabulous. I mean, when everyone talks about Harry Kane, I actually think this should be a build-up to Kane against Lewandowski, because everyone's always talking about Kane being world-class. But to me, Lewandowski is Kane Mark 3, 4, 5. You know, he's that much better. That much better than Kane. And so we're going to see. It's going to be a tough test for England tomorrow to contain him, especially with the crowd as well. I think the crowd are going to make it a nice, better atmosphere than Hungary the other day. Be interesting.
Sorry, James. Sorry, James. Can I just go back to something? You said that Trent. You don't think Trent's going to play?
Yeah. I don't think Gareth will. I think he'll play Reece James in this game.
Do you think it's because it's a game that matters?
This ain't the show for this, Mr. Can I just say there was a stat today. So far in the Premier League, Trent's created the most chances so far in the Premier League, 15. The next one down's 10. I can't remember who that is.
Probably another.
How many of them were scored?
If you want an exciting game with chances and balls coming in and crosses, and you put him on the wing, then play him. But if you just want to park up and be boring, put James on.
Yeah, I think they're going to play James tomorrow. It's an important game. No need to, it is. Think about, the.
I reckon
do you think Trippier will get the start?
As well, actually.
No way. What a right back you're talking, Trippier, Gumza?
Keeps freezing.
No, I don't think he's going to play, man. I don't think.
Trippier. I think they might go Trippier or what?
Walker.
Is Walker in the squad?
Walker
He
will
probably
play.
will.
Yeah. Good shout.
I'd go with Reece James or Trent if I was him, but he does like a bit of Walker, doesn't he?
I think he's right though. Walker's probably the best bet.
Does anybody run? I'm trying to think. As bad as some people play Walker play, nobody goes past Walker.
Yeah, do you remember that game against France when Dembele like gave him a few yards and just boom left him for dust when France came to England? Look it up after the show. France came to England, played at Wembley, and Mbappe and Dembele like gave us a roasting.
Oh, that's expected though, isn't it? Is he going to be like that for Poland? Miss Silva Fox says he'll play Walker as well. He does like Walker. He played him a lot in the Euros, didn't he? But I think Reece James has had a good start to the season, and it just depends what he wants to do. I just can't see him playing Trent. He tried him in midfield, as we said, it didn't work. Mr. B can just shut up right now, because it can all depend on how you've set up that team as well. And clearly the way it was set up just didn't work for him. He needs a good manager behind him. He needs Klopp telling him, coaching him. But yeah, goalkeeper, it's going to be Pickford, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Would you like
100%.
to see Paxton instead?
No.
Henderson out there. Henderson's not there. It's Pope and someone else. Henderson ain't there.
I said Johnston.
Who's Johnston?
Is that his name?
Sam Johnston?
Oh, Sam, no. He ain't going to play.
Who played versus Andorra?
Pope. Was it Pope?
Sure, I don't even know.
No.
I'm sure it's
Nobody.
Pope. I think Pickford's definitely going to start.
You're not making this hard work,
Yeah, you should have done your prep.
Well, I got 3 guys coming on. I thought I wouldn't have to do all the work,
I'm saying Pope side against Andorra then.
Ray Clements.
Right, you're not just on a wind up now. What's Munsey saying? At least that Liverpool flag is gone. Big up, people. It's an England show, so I try and keep it neutral. I keep the Liverpool shirts and flags away for the England games.
There we go. Thank you, sir.
I told you.
I was wrong.
You made me feel like a dick then. And I was
Sorry.
right.
I thought it's
Sorry.
Got me in sweating. Like, hang on
Sorry.
a minute, am I having a mess up again? Like when I say the wrong words and the wrong names. See, I told
Yeah,
you.
but sir, we're allowed.
You did it on purpose, didn't you? Yeah. So I think that was just to give him a run out. I don't think.
Question.
Either.
Question.
Yes.
The 22-man squad, 23-man squad, whoever's gone out for these 3 games, Calvin Llewellyn hasn't played, had a minute out there. Do you think it's unfair that he should go all that way for nothing?
Of course.
Sorry, James. Sorry.
No, you carry on. I just said course.
I thought he was injured. I thought he had a toe injury.
Okay,
that's what I heard. Yeah, but then wouldn't they have just sent him home? Wouldn't it have been better for them to have sent him back?
I don't know.
A toe injury.
Well, I think Kane will definitely start tomorrow, so it's unlikely he's going to get a game. And 3 games on this tour, he's not going to get any minutes.
Rashford went to the Euro and played 20 minutes.
Who did?
Rashford.
Oh yeah, that's right. But he was coming back from injury, wasn't he? Or was
He was coming back from injury. He was
no,
injured.
he was always injured. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, he hardly got any minutes. Yeah, it's interesting.
No disrespect, he didn't deserve it the way other people were playing.
I don't think he deserved it.
I hope he's going to come back better. Do you think he's going to come back?
Well, I think he has to raise his level. To get into side, to get in the Man United side and get in the England side now, he has to really step it up. So whereas before he was the golden boy serving up, all this thing about MBE or whatever he got and all the good service, the charity work he's done, he couldn't do wrong. But now his stock has gone downhill because he's got players there at Man United who are pushing for his position, and for England as well, with Grealish out there in that position as well. So Rashford's got it all to do.
I mean,
forgotten now.
Sorry, downhill where? He hasn't played any football. How could he have gone downhill, bro?
I'm saying stock's gone downhill because whereas before he was a guaranteed starter, that's why he was getting injured all the time because he's always playing. But now we've got better squad. We've got Martial can play there, Sancho can play there, Elanga, all these other guys. So his stock really is like a squad player at the moment. He has to prove himself again.
From an England perspective, it was always like Rashford, Sterling. He was like the names were up there, and it's like now. You're not even really thinking about him now. You're thinking about Grealish and Saka and all these new young players coming up, like Bellingham. He won't play tomorrow, but boy, I'd like to see him play.
I think he deserved. That's a good call, actually, James. He was good. He was good.
Gareth's not going to do that. He may get subbed on depending on how the game's going, but I think he's going to be too frightened to do that.
Gamza, do you think Bellingham is fighting for a place with Phillips? Where do you see Bellingham playing in that squad?
He should be, but I don't see him getting ahead. I would like to see Phillips and Rice again. I don't think Henderson should get the start, personally. But I do like Bellingham. I think he should be a starter in that team going forward.
But is he trying to get Phillips' position in that side, for example?
I think Phillips they kind of swap, don't they? It's not like one sits and one always goes. There's games where Phillips is the one who's more active and Rice has stayed, and there's been games where Rice is more active. So for me, I think Rice, he picks himself. I think he's a bit ahead of Calvin Phillips. But sometimes that's just down to the name, isn't it? Like Rice seems to have been around a little bit longer. His price tag's a lot higher than Phillips, but Phillips is impressed. But I would like to see Bellingham and, do you know what I mean, by the World Cup actually in with a shout of starting. Like, I don't think anyone should just be nailed on to starting that team. I think between the 4 of them, it's whoever's performing should get the nod. I mean, I'll be comfortable with any 4 of that midfield starting, to be fair as well. Like, I think there's not a drop in class with any of them.
Any shout for Henderson to start tomorrow, considering it's a away game against a tough team, the toughest team in our group, and get him against the crowd, against that fast-flowing football that Poland play?
I'm just waiting for Mr. B to say something sarcastic right now.
No, I've said my sarcasm. I've made my comments. I was actually waiting to hear you say to me that Henderson shouldn't be playing.
Oh, that's what you're waiting for me to say, yeah? So I think the way Rice played against Andorra, he deserves to start because he was man of the match in that game.
Against Hungary, you mean?
Hungary, yeah. So I'm getting confused. I think he does deserve it the way he played in that game, and that would be where you would put Henderson in that team.
Okay.
Let's keep my Jordan fit and ready for Leeds, because we're dropping like flies right now. Although we managed to get Naby back from a prisoner of war camp. Jeez. It's getting sticky out here for us Scousers. So yeah, I'd rather he didn't play. But I still think he'd do a great job if he did. But I think Rice deserves to, the way he played. The game he got man of the match and he got a goal. Definitely.
Any comments on what happened in Brazil with Argentina? Because there's like a couple of Tottenham players in there, and the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's getting him.
What do you think about that?
Gums, you want to go?
It's all a mess, isn't it? And I think this is the way the world is at the moment. I think they didn't declare they'd been in England, and then but again, it's like, how could you let the game start and then run on and stop it? Like, it's crazy. So yeah, I feel for them. I think there will be some repercussions for both teams and for the players as well. So we'll see what happens. But does that now? I hate international break anyway, and it's like, maybe this is time to review it. Where, do you know what I mean? You just do maybe a longer tournament or something. Finish the season earlier. Do a longer tournament where you have your kind of prelim games, then you go into the competition or something. Because yeah, it's like, how do you get around it? And if a player now goes to a country which is on the red zone, then have to come in and isolate for 10 days. Like, it's all, do you know what I mean? It's how can you protect these players long term? Do you know what I mean? And
the big
it was like a carry-on film, I thought, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like watching
the FIFA big wigs like proposing that there'd be a World Cup every 2 years now as well.
That would be absolutely
crazy.
ridiculous. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. I personally don't want to see it that often.
It loses its prestige, doesn't it? Once every 4 years is better.
Yeah, it's not special. And like we've said, you've got the Euros as well. You just end up seeing the same players all the time. Like, the fun of it now is, the World Cup's coming now, and hopefully we'll see a whole new team than there was at the last World Cup. It's kind of like it gets refreshed with new faces, young talent coming up and through. What do you think, Mr. B?
I think they should keep the team the same. I don't. Why? I don't know if it needs refreshing. I know Southgate's got this.
Don't worry. We're talking about them making a World Cup every 2 years.
Oh, Sherbert. Sorry, my son was in here, innit? And he was waving at me.
That's why I did it on purpose.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah.
Comments. And we'll wrap it up because it's hot. It's hot. Mr. Silva Fox, Harry Kane dig against Andorra. Lingard 2 goals, 1 assist. Saka 1 goal, 2 assists. World class Harry Kane scored a penalty. Yeah, we'll give you that. I must admit though, he didn't play for very long. Hi legends, back in the building.
Can I just say something to RC? I want to say we need to talk about what happened in the cricket the other day. Bloody hell, India. They beat in a test match, beat England.
All right.
Anyone watch that? Oh my God.
Right.
Some of their bowling, brilliant. India up there at the moment.
Lovely.
Anyway, sorry.
Cricket, go look for Monday on Twitter. And I see, and you can have
FTB cricket.
Yes.
Yeah.
He knows his stuff.
Set that up. I have no, big up to you as well. I hear Emmy Martinez blamed Arsenal for getting the game abandoned.
It's the players' fault.
I don't even know. To me, it just looked like a big farce. It just looked like a carry-on film. I just think it was an absolute joke. Yeah. Almost like if they just cancelled it behind the scenes, there would have been a big kick up. But because it was done like that, everyone was like, oh, okay. Weird. So
when are they going to replay the game? I mean, that's going to cause difficulty again.
Yeah, well, they'll have to squeeze it into the next break, which is October, isn't it? It'll have to be put in then, or I don't know. They're not going to be happy about that. Just in case you lot didn't recognise me, it's Ankit, the RCB, and we know who you are.
Where is you? Come on.
Don't worry, we know who you are. Great series that Monday. Love it, both teams. Silva Fox, welcome to FTB SPORTS Cricket. Evening Talk MU in the building.
Big up Talk.
we're wrapping up now. So I'm coming up with Almighty Blues cricket too.
Brilliant. I'm in on that.
And they're just bigging up each other. Right, what do we think the score is going to be tomorrow then? I think if he plays Grealish and Sterling, and kind of goes with some attack tactics, you know, I think we might be able to get something. I can't see it being an all out. Look at us in the Euros. It's probably just going to be like a 1-0.
You think so? You think it's going to?
What do you think?
I'm giving it a 3-1. I'm giving it a 3-1. 3-1 England tomorrow.
Right, you are 3-1. I'm saying 1-0. Gums? Gumza, what do you reckon?
Do sign language.
Sorry. I'm going 1-2. 2-1 England.
2-1 England, yeah. And then
I
Cookie.
think I'll make it.
I'm going to score draw. I think it's going to be a score draw. There's been a lot of big sides like France drawing and Italy drawing. So I think England going to draw. You can't expect to whitewash the group.
Cool. So 1-1 or a big goal draw?
1-1.
Cool. Any penalties?
So I'm the only one that fancies more than 2 goals.
Yeah. I'm just looking back at like the Euros. We didn't really, when we were playing like proper hard team, we didn't really go out. We didn't really manage to get that break teams down and stuff. We were sat there crying out for him to take fucking Harry off, weren't we, most of the time?
I hear that.
I think we spent the whole tournament saying put Grealish and Foden on together, like, or put Grealish on. So if he starts with Grealish, then maybe it could be that way. But I don't know if he has got a bit too much expectance on his shoulders, like to him starting and all of a sudden the whole England team's just going to start banging in the goals. I don't think it's necessarily going to go that way. I do think, you know, if we score 2, it's going to, well, I don't know, Poland don't give up easy. They got, you know, they got fight in them.
And they need to win. They need to win the game.
Yeah,
I think for Poland, but I think Poland need to win. It's a game where they can't afford. England can take the draw. That's why I think it's going to be. They're going to have to come out at some stage of the game, and that's when I think it will be there. That's when Sterling will be jumping in tomorrow. Grealish will probably feed him in on the break or something like that. That's why I can see it being more than 2 for England.
Possibly. Mind you, I could picture Lewandowski just getting a banger from like outside the box or something crazy like that, especially if we've got Pickford Little Arms in there. And then he'll shout at Fridge and say it's Fridge's fault, won't he?
Fridge gets in the way. Blocks his view.
Yeah. Your head's in the way, mate. All right. So we all think England win apart from a Monday then. He's just gonna go with a draw. Cool. I think Poland got fight in them, and like you said, they need to win this game. So I think they're going to have more drive. Being a Dutch fan, I hate the fact Indian broadcasters decided to telecast Norway versus Gibraltar instead.
Wow.
Big game, that. Big game.
I was looking for the Dutch game, but they're showing under 21s instead. England and the Serbia game, I think.
So no one gets to see Big Verge now.
It's all right. He didn't get injured. He's back. He'll be back for you on Sunday.
He's always back. He's just always been back. He never left. Hope the England game is on there. You'll have to check your TV guide. I'm joking, Mr. B. I just missed your McDonald's advert tonight. Big up panel, all love. Well, yeah, we...
But while he's there, this is ironic, really. While he's there, he gets my vote for the worst panelist. So... I've been thinking about all show, but Silva Fox, take a bow. And Gumza agrees.
I'm not saying nothing. I ain't saying a word.
Evil,
I'm joking.
Evil. Right, on that note, guys, we're going to cut it. And as you see on the bottom, we are going to be back tomorrow at 10 p.m. for the after-match reaction show. Any of you want to come back on and we can see who was the closest? I was the closest to the last one, by the way, just so you know.
I see.
Yeah, it should be a good game. Should be a good frenzy game with the crowd and everything. Oh no, I'm sorry. Bob.
I wouldn't worry. You don't like to show his face. Okay. We will see you tomorrow then at 10 p.m. for after match, and let's see what England can do versus Poland and how Gareth sets it up, if he's scared or if he just wants to attack.
Thank you, Gamza. Thanks, Mr. B. Thanks, Jem.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.